Using security domains is something you need to consider consciously now that we have gone through many ways of implementing them with isolation and compartmentalization. You should consider how to partition your domains. It might be just as simple as having a work domain and a personal domain, or a trusted and untrusted domain. The domains will be based on the risk, the consequences, and your adversaries and your threat model. Let's talk through some examples based on various different use cases. Let's say a person wants a usable and easy operating system and environment when performing most tasks like creating documents. They don't want to be overly burdened by security. In this case, they may use Mac OS X on a laptop with all of the uncumbersome security settings set. At the same time, they want a high level of security against malware and hackers while using the internet, such as browsing the web, downloading files, etc. So they elect to have a high security domain for this. They use a lockdown virtual machine running Debian to enforce this security domain. VirtualBox is used as the interface between those two domains. Perhaps someone is concerned about privacy and local forensics. They have a separate secure laptop which is kept in a physically secure location when not used. They run Debian as the host OS and Tails through VirtualBox. Perhaps a person is concerned about tracking and hackers but wants to run games on their machine. They have a Windows host for all non-internet activity, and they use a live operating system like Knoppix for using the internet. Maybe someone wants the least burdensome isolation for browsing the web, so they use Windows and just sandbox the browser as the simplest isolation solution they can come up with. Maybe a person is concerned about a nation-state level adversary. They might use a secure laptop with Cubes and Unix especially configured for their needs. For travel, I have a high need for privacy because I could be carrying confidential documents from blue chip companies that could cause reputational or other damage. I use a separate physical laptop with no sensitive data on it at all when I travel. If I do need to access anything sensitive, I place it encrypted in the cloud with dual-factor authentication, so if my laptop is seized, nothing can be forensically taken from it as there is nothing on it. And this has been a potential scenario because I've worked in locations where the oil and gas industry is, and some of those are pretty much the Wild West. Within each security domain, you would also enforce all the other security controls detailed throughout the course. If you look here, you can see a diagram. This is from an article written by Johanna Rutowska, who's the Cubes OS project lead. This is a more complex setup for using cubes. Each of the different colours represents a level of trust, black being the most trustworthy and red being the least trustworthy. So you can see how she's got domains here. The most trustworthy, the Vault, which contains master PGP keys, KeePass, and has no network connections, so she's copying and pasting from those domains into the other domains. And then moving down in trust is the Cubes dev stuff, the code, the signing. And over here there's very personal, so personal email, personal PGP keys. And there's various work activities and other domains, work admin, and then through to the least trustworthy, which of course is browsing the web and untrusted apps. So these are separated into different security domains and different VMs within Cubes. And then you can see here the interfaces between those domains. So this is obviously the sort of thing that you do when you want to take it to the next level, really, in terms of your isolation and compartmentalization. So I hope that gives you an idea of what different security domains you might need and use depending on your situation to help you protect you from your adversaries.